Okay, hi everybody. Thank you so much for inviting us to be part of this showcase. It's fantastic to be learning about what others are doing, and the opportunity to share what we're doing in the Island Project in relation particularly to collaboration. So the Island Project is the Island Study Linking Ageing and Neurodegenerative Disease. It's an acronym, it's kind of cool. It's a 10-year public health program that's targeting dementia risk reduction in the Tasmanian population. It's a prospective cohort study which was launched in 2019, and so we're 3 years in at this point. Island is based on evidence that's been accumulating in the last decade or so that approximately 40% of the risk of developing dementia is attributable to about a dozen lifestyle and behavioural factors that we can do something about. And that is quite exciting because it presents us with an opportunity to target, to intervene and try and protect and reduce the number of people developing dementia in the long term when we currently don't have any medical treatments that are proven to be able to intervene with the disorder. So these are, I'll just run through them with you quickly. In early life, low levels of education are clearly linked with future risk of dementia. In midlife, there are some factors that we can do that can improve chances of being resistant to dementia, and that is managing cardiometabolic health, such as our blood pressure and obesity, reducing, not drinking to excess, managing hearing loss in midlife, and avoiding brain injury. And then in later life, as we age, clearly smoking is a ongoing, it's a lifetime risk, but in later life it contributes a greater risk of dementia. Managing mental health, not being socially isolated, in maintaining regular physical activity, avoiding air pollution, particularly particulate matter, and managing diabetes. So these are all things that in most cases we can do something about, and it presents us with quite an optimistic message, really. So Island is absolutely about trying to get this knowledge, this information into communities so that people know that there is something that they can do to reduce their risk of getting this very difficult disorder. So Island has some clear goals. Our first intention is to characterise the modifiable dementia risk of the Tasmanian population, or the Tasmanian risk profile. We have aimed to recruit 5% of the Tasmanian population aged 50 years and older to be able to understand what the behaviours are across those various risk domains. Apply emerging techniques to detect early signs of dementia pathology. So dementia pathology starts occurring 20 years before symptoms are evident, and that presents us with a golden window for intervening in a way that might be preventive. Offer targeted, such as diet change, quit smoking programs, and generic dementia risk reduction interventions, such as education in particular around these various behavioural things that we can change, and then track the activity and the engagement with those activities across the cohort and change in their modifiable dementia risk over 10 years. And we're also then matching that with modifiable dementia risk with objective markers, so cognitive functioning and biological markers of dementia. We're doing this research at both individual and population level, and our goal is obviously to reduce the future risk and incidence of dementia across the state. To be able to conduct this study, we're running on sort of strings and rubber band. We're working a very lean operation, and we're very heavily reliant on collaborating widely across the Tasmanian community. And we collaborate with organisations to help us to get this knowledge out, to increase access for our participants to engage with the program and with the activities that are available through the program, and also with organisations that are already doing interventions in community that are going to help people to reduce their risks, such as with Quit Tasmania, Heart Foundation and so on, and Diabetes Tas. We also use, so when I talk about knowledge, there was a really, just before I move on to that one, knowledge is a really key thing because we know that the information that we're providing is an online program. So we're getting into community through these organisations to be able to go and turn up and talk to people all around the state about these risks. So it's not just confined to an online environment. We really need to partner with organisations such as U3A and Lions and the library and other organisations to help us to get that message out. So we do have, I've actually got a typo here and I feel like I need to point it out. I've got 18,400 members. It's actually 15,400 members, which I still think is awesome. But I just need to name that up. Of whom over 8,500 people are participating in the research, which we are really excited about. And we've got quite good regional distribution. Most importantly now, though, our most important collaborators are our participants. We can't do this research without the organisations that are supporting us and the people who are working in those organisations. Some of you might be here. Thank you. But actually, our people and the people who are involved in the project are making the project possible. So we're just going to hear from this one participant.
I joined the Island Project because I'm a firm believer in the old adage that prevention is better than a cure.
When this opportunity came up, I decided to take it on just to make sure that I can do things to mitigate getting dementia.
For knowledge, just to learn.
A contribution to what was going on and wider in the research community.
I came across the Island Project objectives and I was really impressed with the self-management. One of the objectives is self-management, how to build resilience against dementia.
Research is so important. Just knowing what we can do. I feel each one of us needs to be responsible for our own health.
I want to do everything I can to reduce my own personal risk of developing dementia and also to help to alert other people to the danger, if you like, and what they might be able to do to lessen that.
I've realised that we're quite short of time. I'm going to hand over, or very quickly introduce Pat to you. Pat is a participant in Island and is going to, well, talk very briefly about the experience, why she joined Island and what she's learned. We might get one kind of key thing and then you'll be in the panel for questions. Right, yeah. Thank you, Sam.
I joined the Island Project. I have a family history of dementia. My grandmother had it, my mother had it, and I was a big part of my mother's dementia journey. And when the Island Project first came about, my mother was sort of near the end stages of her journey. And when the Island Project came up, I thought, oh, if there's anything I can do to help in future research to reduce the risk of anyone developing this disease, that was going to be my small contribution. And I never particularly joined the project for my own benefit. I did it because I thought, well, we need to collaborate and do this research and eventually something will happen. But I've been really pleasantly surprised, actually, being part of this project, that the benefits that I've been getting from it, I've actually learnt more than I really had expected to learn, and have made, some lifestyle changes to reduce. I can't do much about my genetics, but I can certainly do things about those 40% of modifiable risk factors, and I can also spread the word to those around me, my family and friends, that, well, this is what I'm doing. This is Island Project. This is where I've learnt this. So I feel really happy to be part of this project, actually.
Awesome. Thanks, Pat. We're very delighted to have you. I'm possibly going to finish now. Yes. Okay. All right. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.